for the Lord. Be strong. Take your heart and wait for the Lord. The word I just been meditating on this whole day. Today I just been just sitting back and really reflecting on what that word means. And for you guys, that don't understand what that means, it just means that we have to be patient, put our trust into the Lord, and wait for His time and everything. Even when we don't understand, even when we're not understanding what's going on through the storms that we're going throughout our life. And earlier, this verse came to mind because how, like, I basically going back on topic with how, like, a lot of things is going crazy, and uh, we're so caught on to, like, social media, the times we're going through, and things not going our way, that we have to put our trust, and we really have to wait for the Lord. Even from earlier when I was spending time with my mother, getting her car fixed, I had to kind of take a break and reflect on everything. And this whole year, it just been like a lot going on. That video that crossed my recommendation, like, I really had to sit and just think on that. A lot of us single, and not a lot of us are in a relationship. The reason why I'm not coming across that next person for my life is I just got out of this whole situationship like a couple months back, and God really wants me to get healed. And healing takes years. This don't happen no overnight thing or no 2 months or 3 months. Like, this stuff takes years and all that. Even like Moses, God didn't even use him from his for half of his life. It took him 40 years just to start using Moses as a vessel and making him go do what he did and throughout the Bible and everything. Excuse the dog in the background, but a lot of us are just going crazy over the things that's going on in front of us, and we're not understanding that we need to put our trust and our heart into God and just wait patiently for our blessings to come. From, like, us as humans, just hearing that is like make us just like, bro, I'm doing all this and I'm still not getting what I deserve. Not getting that job, not getting into that relationship, not becoming financially free. For you guys that's working on your craft and you're not seeing nothing, no results just coming in general throughout our life, and that could be hard for us sometimes. But we got to understand that we're really on God's timing, we're not on our timing. A lot of us, I forgot where I was on because somebody just came by with the dog and stuff trying to. Somebody just came by, so I just forgot where I was on. But basically, the season that we're in and all that, we're just hoping to get what we want and everything, and we got to understand we're just on God's timing. If you really just wait, if you really put the courage and the heart on just waiting for God and believing and putting your faith in everything until Him, that He's going to give you what you desire. It just reminds us what we need to do as Christians and people that just not understanding why they not getting their favors. Is like, you got to understand that you just got to really be patient with God and just go into our scripture. He reminds us just to go back into our scripture and really just stay firm and not knocked off into the things that's going our life. Throughout life, a lot of things that happen. You definitely don't be wanting to rush into anything, because when you start just rushing to stuff, it just you start rushing to things, it won't work out to your favor. And come across that video earlier, shout out to Mark the Messenger. He was reminding me on, like, from just even the relationship point of view, of just like, if you're just now getting out of a relationship and 2 months later you just start falling back into meeting somebody else and trying to get into another relationship, like, that person was not sent from God. Or even like from just a relationship point of view, it just like that was not sent from God. Like, so you got to really think that all this stuff that we're doing, this work that we're putting towards, like, we really have to be patient and wait for the Lord. And once we just wait for him, everything's gonna come in our favor. Remember too, y'all, keep being obedient too. Like, don't fall back into sin or anything. So, because when you fall back to sin, it just pushes your blessings back. So, the more you be obedient and stay on this path with God, He's gonna reward you. And I hope that just gives y'all just like some type of courage, or just a reminder that as long as you just be obedient and keep doing what you're doing, He's just gonna reward you. You know, you gotta think of that like a parent. You know, when you, for example, of your mom or dad telling you to do the dishes. You know, you doing them dishes. If you do them dishes, that you know you probably gonna get some type of reward out of it. You know, and that's how God is. You know, He's like a parent to us, and when you don't do them things, it's gonna be consequences. But anyways, I hope this video really just touched one of you guys and made you understand what just trusting God in general is. And if you guys want to know more about it, I advise you to go into like scriptures of, hold on, let me look them up, because I really don't know it all, y'all. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm gonna look it up too for y'all, so I don't know everything. You want to go back to scripture of Psalms 27:14. When you read that, it's gonna just remind you on what that means and what it means even more. And you can also look up videos on the topic of just waiting for God and everything, and how to be patient throughout a season when it just feel like nothing's going your way. But anyways, y'all, God bless every single one of y'all. And I'm finna sign out and see y'all later. Peace, love, bro. Gone.